R. Kelly set up two of his live-in girlfriends pretty well financially. The problem, they say, is now that he's been arrested, they can't get to any of that money. Azriel Clary and Joycelyn Savage are the two women who their parents refer to as R. Kelly's sex slaves. Now, they came out and said that they are fully supporting R. Kelly and they will be in court on Tuesday to support him. But they have a problem financially. So they are still living in R. Kelly's condo in the Trump Tower in Chicago. But they don't have access to any money right now. Now, we are told by people associated with Joycelyn, Azriel, and R. Kelly that while they were living with him, he was paying them each week. He actually called them his assistants. And they got a stipend, they got salaries, and that money went into a bank account. The problem, they say, is that they don't actually have access to that bank account. Someone brings them the money, basically in envelopes of cash, but they don't have access to that. The person who brings them the cash has gone MIA since R. Kelly was arrested.
Now, even though the girls have had a hard time getting a hold of their money, one thing that they don't have to worry about is a roof over their head, because we're told that R. Kelly has paid off his condo in Chicago's Trump Tower through the end of the year, and that the girls can stay there during that time.
This is really a shocking turn of events. Nipsey Hussle, at the same time he was being praised by the LAPD for trying to stem gang violence, was being criminally investigated by the LAPD for promoting gang violence. Nobody knew this until now. The LAPD certainly never came forward with this, but the New York Times reported that this criminal investigation was going on until the time of Nipsey's death, and actually Nipsey's business associates are still being investigated. What they're saying is that the Marathon clothing store that Nipsey owned was a hub of gang activity. Now, what is odd about this is that Nipsey spent so much time trying to help people stay away from gangs. He would give them clothes, he would help them get jobs, and the LAPD praised him as a peacemaker. So all of a sudden we learn that the LAPD and the LA City Attorney was investigating. They will not tell us why. They won't tell us what it was that Nipsey was allegedly doing that would trigger such an investigation. Now, the investigation is over. They're not investigating him because he died, but they continue to look at the business associates. And one more thing, that according to this report, a couple of years ago, the city and the LAPD and other officials were quietly going to the landlord at the strip mall of the Marathon clothing store, trying to get them to evict Nipsey and get rid of Marathon Clothing. Turns out Nipsey and his business associates bought the strip mall, but the fact that the LAPD did this is really odd, really interesting, and we still can't find out what it was that made them so interested.
So for everyone who wants to see the viral short bagel guy get his ass kicked, you're in luck, because he just signed a celebrity boxing deal. Chris Morgan, the guy who went viral last week for getting into it with the people at the Bagel Boss in New York, just signed a deal with Damon Feldman to actually do a celebrity boxing match in Atlantic City. So we caught up again with Chris in New York City, where him and his crew tell us exactly what to expect.
What is your strength for fighting?
What's my strength for fighting?
What is your strength?
Getting possessed.
Getting possessed?
Yeah, getting possessed.
Sounds absolutely terrifying.
I
mean, should I watch out for your hook? We watch out for the uppercut, or?
That's a surprise, my friend.
That's a surprise?
See, because they don't see it. Come 1-2.
Oh.
So this bagel guy will be in Atlantic City on September 7th at the Showboat Hotel, and it's rumored that he's gonna fight that Antoine Dodson, the Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife guy.